1 2 check 1 2 Miami on the rocks. Casey Chops. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at MIA on the rocks. Follow us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Today's guest, my brother Eddie. What's good?
Back
Family
part
right
two.
here. Repeat guest part 2. Bro, actor. The resume's long. For the people who don't know you, real quick, just give them a quick summary on your accolades, what you do. You know what I mean? Where you're from?
So graduated from the School of Hard Knocks.
Talk about it.
Straight out the feds. Came home about 5 years ago. And I hit the ground running. I turned, a sad, tragic story into a successful redemption story. So everything that saved me, I do the same. I duplicate and I pay it forward. I became a lifestyle coach. Been in movies. Been on reality TV. Man, I'm just getting started, man.
Born and raised in Miami.
Born and raised in Miami.
Cuban, right?
I'm Dominican Brazilian.
Dominican Brazilian. But I was raised in Hialeah. That's what
So
it
I'm
is.
Cuban at heart.
Yeah, you're Cuban in the heart for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So, bro, Eddie, we have you here. I want to talk about just, we got a lot to catch up on because it's been a year. We see each other at the gym all the time. We're both gym rats. We're both, I guess we both noticed like the attack on masculinity. We're trying to, but I guess
Probably gotten worse since last year, huh?
Yeah, bro. Like, what have you seen? What are you seeing out there, bro? Because I know, like your content is kind of like geared toward masculinity because men need help, right? There's so many kids out here with no father figure. No, they're being feminized. We talked about this in the last episode. So what have you seen? I mean, differently from last year?
So obviously, I mostly work with women for that reason. Most of the men that come to me have like such a fucking victim story. And it's such a sad time to represent the gender of men. Men are so fucking weak. I don't know if it's like women or like overpowering them or.
You know what it is? When you're a victim now, you get celebrated on social media because there's a community of victims now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you're the person who broke your toe, fucking stubbed your toe on the furniture, now you could be like, I stubbed my toe. And then this person's like, I stubbed my toe on the furniture too. Let's create a Facebook group. And now everyone who stubbed their toe are friends and they're all victims together and they get attention. It's like a dopamine hit. Being
Has a
victim.
lot to do with social media.
Yeah.
A lot to do with it. Because before, those conversations weren't happening amongst men.
Yeah.
But now you got the motherfucker who actually puts it out there. And there's a bunch of I'm about to say,
No, you could. No, our podcast can't get canceled. We're cancel proof.
Okay. There's a bunch of motherfuckers out there who really feel like that inside and they feel like it's okay to speak about it now. Oh yeah, my woman broke my heart too of 3 months and she left me for the next man. Yeah, motherfuckers, you broke.
Yeah.
You're responsible. You have bigger titties than her.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. That's like men just think because they got a fucking dick or pinky, whatever it is they got between their legs. They are supposed to be treated a certain way. But like act like it. Like what happened to stoicism? What happened to the running the house? What happened to fucking, being a provider?
How do you do me a favor? How do you define stoicism?
Fuck your feelings in the simplest terms.
Yo, my girl's really gonna hate this episode, yo. It's cool.
It's fuck your feelings. Like as a man, you gotta show up. And I feel like women are doing that more often than men are. Because women obviously got, they got the kids. They still have to provide for themselves because a lot of men ain't providing out there. And it's like men drown in their feelings. Women are just numb to it and show up. I work with a lot of women. Like I work with a lot of women. And bro, honestly, I don't fuck with too many men because it's that bad.
Yeah.
Like my woman's a rider. She's my dog. She's my gym partner. She's my confidant. I don't like hanging out with too many men.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna see.
I noticed that about me too, bro. I look around and my sister be like, "Bro, you don't really have friends," And it's like, I have my friends, but it's it's getting smaller and smaller, bro. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. And then you might come across one cool dude, but you lose 2 of them.
Exactly.
And I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
So
I think people are just they're just adapting to the times too quick, man. Like the times of like just living old fashioned, thinking that you like I think it has a lot to do with social media. I think it's the social media is just fucking people's head up.
Yeah.
Social media
because you're getting validated. That people get the dopamine hits. It's like a
and
drug.
you can fake it though. You can fake it. In close proximity, you can't really fake too much. If I hang out with you for a whole week straight, we're gonna get to know each other very well. On social media, you don't.
Right.
You got a motherfucker who's gonna smile in front of the camera, laugh, talk about how sober he is, how disciplined he is from the neck up. Right, but he got titties.
Yeah.
Right, he's gonna get off that camera. He's gonna go snort a line of cocaine.
Yeah.
He's gonna go watch some porn.
Yeah.
Right, he's gonna go in the bathroom, jack off
Yeah,
his little
yeah,
shit, with his
yeah,
little lotion, and nobody knows.
Yeah.
You hang around the motherfucker long enough.
There's accountability
What's
involved.
this guy doing in the bathroom?
Yeah.
What's this powder on the table? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's really the breaking point for a lot of men. Back then, you couldn't fake it.
Yeah.
Back then, I remember hanging around with a lot more men than I do now.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Eddie.
know?
So there's a spectrum, right? And the whole fuck your feelings thing, because I've said it before, like to get to a level to be a high performer in your career, whatever you want to accomplish, you're going to have to learn to ignore feelings, right? Do you think there's an extreme side of that to where you become too numb? Or do you become too, because I've had like my mom, there's people, women in my life who, my sister, you know, who have said like, you're too cold, or you're too numb, or you're too maybe lack empathy, or like, do you think
You have
there's
a good point.
You
That's
know?
a really good point.
Yeah.
I just see like the only balance that I see that you should have in your life is input versus output. And what I mean by that is like, what are you taking in to be able to put out? The whole half glass filled, you're pouring from an empty cup. I got kids. I got a woman. I can't be numb. You know what I'm saying? So I could come out here and be a savage servant, but then I gotta go home.
But then you can
and be
flip
this
that
guy.
switch and
It's not necessarily flip the switch, but I know how to get there if needed. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that, to fall back on, that's when I feel like you can go numb.
okay, so how are you with, because you have sons, bro. So how are you with your sons where you flirt with that line of, you know, you're raising young boys in a feminized world, so you got to be tough on them, right?
Very.
And then, but obviously they're still boys, right? So you don't want to be too tough on them.
I'm
So
very affectionate too, though. With my boys, very, very affectionate.
right. That's what I've always felt like. I've always felt like you can be hard on raising your children if you're hard with loving them.
Right.
If the affection match, if I'm hard on you because you didn't, you know, whatever it is, get good grades or whatever, and maybe I punish you and or whatever, make you do push-ups or some shit. But then I love on you when you do something well. I feel like that kind of balances out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to.
Right.
You have to, because now you're just gonna be a fucking dictator in the house. You know,
Yeah, a tyrant.
Right, and they're just gonna not see you as nothing besides that. Excuse me. So, like for me, it's I feel I'm only able to be as hard as I am on them because of how soft I can be with them. Like, they're my kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? Like I will lay in bed.
So they're like the only people that see you soft. That side,
Yeah.
basically, right?
I mean, I just got with my woman, you know, so
Right.
it's gonna take a little time to get there. But yeah, they definitely get the best of me.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to know how to get there.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't easy, bro. Where I come from and how I was raised, I didn't have that before. Like I was really numb.
Yeah.
I was living on input. Like my goal was to get home every night alive and wake up in the morning not in handcuffs.
Yeah.
So you had to live numb. And I
Right.
wasn't even big like on drugs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So my shit was just like, bro, I was just like blacked out.
Right.
You look at me and I was just
Right.
blah. Like you couldn't see nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, coming from what I've accomplished in my career, I've just like, it's so up and down that you could lose everything in one day and then gain it back the next day. It's such an emotional roller coaster that I just kind of learned to like not be numb, but kind of like not pay attention to the roller coaster because I know it's going to go up and down. So why am I going to be, you know, but in turn, I worry about, does that make you a numb person? Does that skill of ignoring feelings not serve you in other areas?
it's a
you know?
really good topic that a lot of men should be talking about.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men just go numb.
Well, a lot of men just, or it's the opposite, right? They're feminized and they just care about their feelings too much. And they're not getting shit
Right.
done
It's
because
either one
one
extreme or the
day they
other.
don't feel like going to the gym, so they don't go to the gym. You know, me, it's like, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym, but
Fuck
let me
my
throw that,
feelings.
let me throw that feeling away.
Right.
But now it's like I've got so used to throwing the feeling away that is it not serving me in other parts of my life? You know what I'm saying?
Kids will change that for you.
Yeah. Everyone
The
tells me,
last
bro,
time we spoke,
bro,
you were single too, so I'm sure you know that.
everyone tells me the kid thing, bro. Everyone tells me that, bro. Kids will change your
kids
life.
will do that to you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, I mean, I got a mom, I got a retired mom, you know, she, you know, obviously gets that side of me too. I think the most the most nicest people are the most dangerous, right? Because
Explain that.
The most loudest people aren't dangerous. They just look it, they sound it, they bark it. The nicest people know what they're capable of, and they can they don't have to express that.
The people that are more to themselves.
The people who are more for people.
Got you.
Right? Like I'm that type of person. If I see a dude beating on a woman on the street, I'm gonna stand up for them.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm also gonna try and de-escalate it.
Right.
You know, if it's someone who's just like loud, they're trying to, you know, put this perception of themselves that they're not. Those are usually the people that are the most dangerous to their own people versus just dangerous when it comes to protecting your people.
Yeah.
You know, so like I don't have to put that out there. I put out fucking me in pink shorts all the time, and
Yeah.
you know, like these sides of me that men need to see,
Yeah.
don't have to hide,
Yeah.
but can still be like a fucking man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just like real heavy into personal development, bro. Like it's
Me
something
too.
that I think a lot of people lack too.
I'm a self-improvement junkie.
Yeah.
That's what I call myself, bro.
You know, so
You know?
it's a lot, man. There's a lot of things that contribute to men not wanting to step into that role versus it just being like a man thing, versus it just being like a fatherless thing. Like me and my dad, we cool, but my dad was never a father figure to me, and I never blame him for that. Like we have a good relationship now. You know what I'm saying?
In what sense though? Like he was absent or?
Well, he left the house like a really early
okay.
age.
So
you
he
know,
was absent.
Yeah, he cheated on my mom, still with the woman that he cheated on with. I wouldn't say like I got that from him, but I also had a very public mess where I cheated on more than my son. And I just every time I know someone does something wrong, not to me, but just does something wrong, I would even look deep into that. You know, so like my dad, he doesn't know how to be a father. Like I have a little brother, and he's a great man. I'm not gonna, you know, he's gonna see this too. Like great man of many morals, many values. He just doesn't know how to be a father, and it's because his father didn't father him. The same shit we were speaking about, right? Like he was so numb to like living, because he was born and raised in DR. He was like a chief police, you know, and he will come and take him to the park, and he'll just sit there, read his book while my dad
playing.
and his brother, you know, roll around. So my dad chose not to even learn that. My uncle, great father, he's a father figure to me too, chose to do the opposite. Me, I chose to do the opposite.
That's what I feel like.
You know? So you can even use that story
Right,
about,
the past
fatherless and daddy issues.
That's crazy you say that, because look, if your dad is an alcoholic, there's some kids that will see that and become an alcoholic, and there's some kids that'll see that and never touch alcohol in their life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about what happens, it's about personality types and how people respond to certain things from their past too, you know?
Yeah.
But
it all really goes back to self-control, impulse control.
Yeah.
And self-control is essentially self-mastery.
Yeah.
If you can control yourself from not drinking, from not giving out charity dick all over these Miami streets, from not smoking, that's eventually you getting to a place where you've mastered yourself.
Yeah.
So I can take my story and say, nah, I was a convicted felon. I can't be a successful entrepreneur here. I did the opposite. I can say, oh, I was labeled as a cheater on reality TV, you know, one of the most fucking infamous, you know, Latino reality TV shows. And I can say, I'm never going to be in a great relationship. I did the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I can say I had daddy issues. You know, my dad wasn't around. I'm going to neglect my kids. I did the fucking opposite.
Yeah. You have all the excuses in the world.
I had every excuse.
Yeah.
You know, but it all really comes down to that victim shit, you know, and just the way that people react. Cause and effect. There's always going to be a reaction to an action.
Yeah.
You know?
So
goes back to personal development.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure you've been through some shit and you haven't fall victim.
Yeah. Impulse control, bro. It's crazy you say that, because impulse control is extremely important. And I feel like the single most thing that trained me in that regard is the gym, bro. What else
People
can
don't
you
make
test
that correlation. People don't make that correlation.
Yeah. It's so important, bro. Because I never want to go to the gym, bro. I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just go because I have to fight that impulse to not want to go. And then as I learn to like fight that impulse, it helps me in other things. I want to smoke. Nah, I'm not going to smoke today, because I trained my impulse control with the gym every single day. You know what I'm saying?
You respect yourself.
We were talking about social media off camera and just having to play the Instagram game and the algorithms and all that. And you are somebody who has no issue with putting your life out there. Your relationships are on. So first of all, how does it feel just navigating your relationships with women in the public space? Because you were in one situation, now you're in a different situation, and you kept them both public. So, your Instagram has
really been 3 of them that's been public.
Oh yeah, before that one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people, I like, what's your sign, Eddie?
Scorpio.
Okay, we're both Scorpios. Bro, she's like,
Is that Scorpio fucking zodiac sign? Everyone,
you know what it is? A lot of
danger.
A lot of people don't like putting their relationships publicly, but I like to love loudly. I like to let people see my love. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me about you and you putting your relationships on social media. Like,
the only reason I've ever put my relationships on social media is to show people what's possible. Mm-hmm. It's not to throw in nobody's face. It's not to show, oh, look at this piece of ass that I got. Mm-hmm. It's really to show like a motherfucker made it out and he's out here, like I got a brand. I'm building a brand. Mm-hmm. You got people who put up a fake narrative of their relationship to validate themselves. I don't do that. Mm-hmm. On the contrary, I'm painting an even better picture off camera than I am on camera. I'm just showing them what it looks like to build a powerhouse relationship, which I've done in every relationship I've been in. I've just evolved from every single one. I will never say upgrade. I will never talk down on any of the women I've ever been with. But you grow. I'm a forever evolving motherfucker. Like I'm always going to continue to grow. I'm an intense person. I grow very quick. You know what I'm saying? All my relationships have been public, and it has its pros and its cons. I've had a lot of people who have told me how much it's helped them, with certain things that I've navigated through. And a lot of people don't really know the backstory to neither one of my last 2 breakups. But there's very, very
do you want to talk about
things.
that or no?
We could above surface.
Yeah. You don't have to get into too many details, but there are people that are wondering, because you were public in one relationship and then went public to the next relationship pretty quickly. I guess what do I want to start with this? Do we want to say, was it bad terms? Was it malintent? Was it just differences? Was it
as crazy as it sounds? It wasn't. And I posted it when we split. We both posted. Respectfully, we parted ways, but it started to get a little messy after the fact. It started to get a little messy after the fact because obviously her seeing me move on, probably triggered some things. Me being with another woman, I'm thinking like, fuck, all of what I'm getting from this woman is so effortlessly. So I almost started to build like a little like anger towards my last relationship for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I want to dig into this now because, so you have been in, because I think about what's the best ideal relationship type, right? You've been in the relationship, Eddie, to where you're the provider, right? The woman does, I guess, the traditional feminine roles and you're going to be out there provide and pay the bills, And then it seems like this new relationship you have, is it more of a 50-50? Is it more of a...
Never. Every woman I've ever been with, they've all been hustlers. They all been entrepreneurs. They all like had their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously me and this, my new woman, Odessa, we don't live together. But when it comes to where we live together, obviously I'm going to be the one fully providing.
Playing for the castle. Yeah.
Right. But they've all had their own thing going. I just majority provide. You know what I'm saying? As a man, I feel like that's what a man should always do. Doesn't matter how much a woman makes.
Right. You know I agree. I agree with you.
So, yeah, no.
So how do you navigate that, bro? Because I've always thought to myself, if you're going to pay for everything, right, and you're going to be the man, what do you expect from a woman?
I just, at the end of the day, I don't expect much. Just give me your 100. When I ever feel that you're somewhat against me, like I'm all the way on the other side. And I've always lived by that model, whether it be relationships or just friends, acquaintances, businesses. Like you give me your all, whether it's what you can give me, not what I'm giving. Like, just give me your best at what you can give me. And if you're giving me or you're doing it conditionally, like, I'm gonna come to this extreme. There is no gray area with me. Like, there is no reciprocation.
It's black and white.
I'm not gonna do what you're doing.
Right.
Like, if I see your shit's conditional, I'm just gonna start like,
I say I'm like a mirror. I'm like a mirror. I reflect.
Right. Like, I work with people and I'm in relationships with people where, like, I'm giving you everything. Give me everything. Put me in a predicament where I'm able to give you everything. I don't like that conditional shit.
Got you. So from your old situation to your new situation, am I wrong in the fact that it felt like you were, like, the difference between these two women is you said they were both hustlers. Does one has a career, one does? What is the difference between?
They both did, and that wasn't the reason we parted ways.
Okay.
The reason we parted ways is because when me and in my last relationship, when we started, we didn't have shit. We started from ground level. I ended up growing very fast, and that stirred up a little, like, like shit. I'm not gonna put any words.
Like a power struggle, like a.
Nah, it just. I mean, in anything, right? Like, if the person that wins the lottery, they make all this money from one day to the next. They don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, it's a fact.
What I'm saying? So it's a very like, you're threading a fine line when you're getting all this attention now. You're making all this money. You're able to do all this shit, and like, the character didn't grow in correlation with the success. So I just felt like it almost like pulled us apart. I was being held back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I'm not willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm out here building, don't get in my fucking way. Don't interfere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, like, relationship shit was getting in the way of your self-improvement and, like, your betterment?
No one will ever know the story, because I don't want to, get too deep into it. And at the end of the day, it wasn't necessarily, we got the same rolling on, right? Sky Dweller?
Yeah, you got the, no. Mine's just a day just, bro. I'm a brokey,
okay.
bro. The Jubilee brokey, we good.
It just got to a point where I just left something good, man. I just had to leave something good, seeking greater. And not in a woman, and just life, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't looking for nothing.
Yeah, right, because you just got out of that relationship.
Right, I wasn't looking for nothing. It was only a couple months in between. But I was checked out of that relationship for a couple years, which I've spoken about publicly, right? And again, it wasn't nothing bad. Like, I will never talk down on her. All I've ever done was defend myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But me and my woman.
Tell me about
Odie,
your new girl. What are some things she has that sparked you? That
man, she has everything plus some. I've heard of women like her, being spoken about. I'm like,
you've never
bullshit.
met them? Like, it's like a
that's bullshit. It's never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Explain this woman, bro. Talk about it.
Man, she's like fucking superhuman, man. Like,
explain the qualities she has. Like, but put her aside. Like, explain the qualities of this superwoman that you finally found.
She just shows up like on 1,000 every day. She's a super present mom. She does like it's just the details. You know what I'm saying? Like, as she takes care of her man, she doesn't fucking miss the smallest things.
Give me something she does for you.
Bro, like, I'm a savage, bro. Like, I live like a fucking savage. You know what I'm saying? And for her to say, oh, here's this thing for this fucking, I don't know, this cut or this wound.
Yeah.
I'm out here licking my wounds, and she's over here, bashing them up and shit. Just like the little things.
Yeah.
I'm a very simple person.
Yeah, me too, bro. I was
very, very simple person.
I was like hanging my towel. I think about, like, men, we be savage because we got a bitter shit to worry about, bro. I hang my towel in the shower. Bro, my girl came and went to Ross and bought a little towel rack and shit.
Shit like that.
Shit, you get me? But
we see that.
Those exactly, and those are the things that make a house a home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, bro.
And now we just click, man. We just click. 10 years ago, you will never see me around a woman like this. She's a fucking gem.
Yeah.
And luckily, I found her in my own hometown.
So she's a hustler. She's a good mom.
She's a
she's
fucking
a nurturer.
Powerhouse. She has a whole. What she does is she's a lender.
Yeah.
Right. She has a mortgage company where she does loans for like real estate.
So she was self-sufficient before you met her.
Yeah. She's been in this game for like 17 years.
Okay.
She has a really successful business who she employs all women. Her and her partner, they're just fucking like powerhouses, man. Quality people.
Okay, now let me ask you this question, bro. You were in your last relationship, you were living together. This new relationship, you're not living together.
Not yet.
How do you feel about the pros and the cons of living with a woman to not living with a woman?
The pros always gonna outweigh the cons.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, I take a lot of time by myself. So I do like my alone time.
Yeah.
So I got a big ass fucking house.
Yeah.
I can disappear.
So you could be alone while she's in the crib.
Right.
Still. Yeah.
I can disappear in my office or my balcony upstairs, you know, but I've always been that type of person, man. Like if I could find a woman who can just play all those roles, vice versa, I could play all those roles for her. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't need to ride around with 10 dudes. Like I'm confident enough in myself to, you know, if it comes down to it, I gotta protect mine. I'll kill a motherfucker. Like you ain't gotta be 10 deep and to feel tough and bad.
Yeah.
And that all goes back to what we were speaking about, right? Like just knowing what a man is supposed to fucking be on this earth to do. You're not supposed to be out here sloppy body as fuck, irresponsible, mind fogged, or, you know, you're out your mind from the drinking and the smoking and, you know.
Just chasing pleasure.
Yeah. So it's, I just feel like that's what we're here to do. You know, we're here to produce fucking, you know, next world leaders, you know, run a fucking dope ass household, have dope ass experiences, help a lot of fucking people.
How do you feel about this? Do you want to get into how do you feel about the state of the world right now, you know, with the elections and all this shit? Are you into, you get into politics? Are you
I don't. I like Trump because he got balls.
Yeah.
I like Trump because he's a man.
That's what it comes down to, bro.
He's a man.
That's basically what it comes. He's the father.
Right.
I feel like society should be ruled in a fatherly manner.
Not everybody's supposed to like a father. I was just talking to my kids about this earlier. Like my kids, you guys aren't supposed to like me.
Right.
You're supposed to admire me and respect me.
Right.
Right. That's it. Like you're not gonna want to be with me every day, all day. I understand that. I'm a very intense person.
Right.
Men are supposed to be like that.
Right.
Trump is one that nobody likes him. Guess what? He does his fucking job.
Yeah.
He's not your husband. He's not your stepdad. You know, he's not your fucking neighbor. I don't know why these people talk. Like Latinos attack the shit out of me every time I
No, but there's a lot of Latinos here that like Trump.
They do. Right?
That's all you see on the flag.
Right.
The
But I get people like, you know, Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah.
Right. Me and her did a movie together and she wrote some shit on one of my comments and blocked me.
Yeah.
Oh, what he did to your people, this and that. But who are my people? Like the color of my skin don't determine my people.
Yeah, that's real.
It's the state of mind that determine my people. Whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're yellow, whether you're brown.
Yeah.
Like my people aren't criminals anymore.
Bro,
my peoples used to be criminals, and I understand why Trump is trying to put up a fucking
common
wall.
values should make people your people, not the color of your skin or the type of hair you have or your eye color. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's wild. But yeah, so you like Trump because he's
we need this motherfucker back in office, bro. It's been a
bad.
tough 4 years.
Yeah, it's bad, bro.
I think people don't see it from a larger scale if you're not out here doing big things.
Right.
Like if you are running
a victim, if you're the victim guy that we talked about.
Right. And you're the person collecting government checks and you're not going to see this, right? But like from an economical standpoint, if you're running a business that, you know, brings in and puts out a lot of money, you're going to be affected.
Yeah.
A lot of people are living in fear right now.
Yeah.
Like what I do as a business, people don't want to get healthy and stop the drinking because people escape to this shit. People want to eat. People want to drink. People want to go out and party and forget about the problems they have at home. So it's been a little tough, man. We need someone in office that got balls to get this fucking people some balls.
Yeah.
You know, this year is going to get a lot better.
Yeah,
I believe in this guy coming into office.
I hope so, bro, because hospitality, like just my industry, has took a hit, bro. You know, people don't got money like that to go out and everything, you know, like.
Every industry.
Yeah, everything.
Every industry. I'm in like 2 or 3 industries and I see it like across the board.
Yeah.
You just gotta be smart with your shit, man.
Yeah, bro.
And
so
going back to what we spoke about, being creative.
Yeah, reinventing, bro.
You gotta be creative.
As far as business goes for you, what you got working on right now? Projects?
I'm leaning more into business coaching right now.
Got you. So I do see you. Oh, but business. You've always been coaching,
right?
But now you're trying to take it to the business.
I've done business coaching for like the last year and a half. Just with my high level clients, I haven't put too much like content out for that. But like Amber, I'm taking Amber under my wing and I'm helping her, you know, grow her coaching business. A few other influencers. I've made a couple million on the social media shit in the last few years. I've been in the online coaching space going on 3 years, and I blew the fuck up. I tried a lot of shit since
When
I
you
came
say
home from
make
prison.
money from the social media, are you talking about just getting clients
Yeah,
and
yeah,
coaching
coaching.
clients? Okay, yeah.
Coaching, like I know the systems, I know what needs to happen, I know how to keep shit churning. It's brand. It's all about brand. We live in a world right now where it's not even how good your product or your service is, more so your brand.
how
you
you-
need to have an A+ product or service.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna keep retention.
Right.
But as far as attraction, as far as marketing, brand.
Yeah.
Like people need to be a walking fucking brand, which is why I have all these elements. Damn, that fucking coffee fucked me up. Which is why I have all these elements to my story. You know, the prison, the relationship, the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
You
very
relate to a lot of
controversial.
different people. You know what I'm saying?
I have a lot of, you know, different. I can reach different people, you know, different demographics with that. But yeah, we live in a world right now where you need, number one, social media is king.
Right.
Social media is king. It's draining as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You were
You got
just
a TikTok?
speaking about that. I do, but fuck, the people there are stupid as a motherfucker, man.
On TikTok?
Like the IQ of the people there, fuck, it's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you think that the IQ is higher?
100%.
Yeah.
And it's not even because I got more followers over there. It's just because data.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not just speaking off of like, okay, I spoke to 2 people. It's data.
Yeah.
You know, I've gotten a lot of clients from TikTok that don't really do much. Not saying from my clients watching this who came from TikTok that you're that, but it's like a higher percentage of people that don't do much. And just the people there. I mean, if you think about it, every time I open up TikTok, it's either some fucking weirdo dancing on camera.
It is very like
transvestite type shit.
It's liberalized. I was gonna say
Yeah.
TikTok is like the
Too
woke
free.
liberalized.
Yeah, and it's always, bro. If I open up my TikTok right now,
Do you think they
guaranteed-
put that trend? Do you think they do all that shit on purpose?
I do think. Look, the first thing that's gonna pop up. No, it's not even
Just some
this page.
crazy.
There's like a
mindless
page.
shit.
I'm not even sure what page it is here, but it's like where it's people you don't follow. And it's always news about this guy who killed his 2 children and his fucking wife and blew his own head off, or like some weird shit, bro. Like they're
Yeah.
feeding fear
They're doing
into
it on-
people on TikTok.
Do you think like because I know China like their TikTok is like it's kids
Way
doing
different.
science and doing engineering
Way
and
different.
shit.
That's
and then,
psychological war that they're
that's
putting-
China is using. Yeah, that's warfare.
Exactly.
Because all TikTok is going to keep you
Exactly.
doing is
That's
Nothing.
war in the modern day. War is not fucking invading
Violence, yeah.
countries and killing
Yeah.
people anymore. That's what third world countries are doing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the real war now is
It's information
this
wars and
psychological warfare that they're using through social media.
Yeah, it's affecting the kids, bro.
Affecting
They're
everybody.
attacking the kids and the
The
and now
weakest
even
ones.
the teacher. I feel like it's hitting like even the teachers are like victims of it, and they're teaching it to the kids. Like it's weird, bro. So you think it's on purpose? And
Social media is a motherfucker, bro. Social media has changed the game across the board,
yeah,
from the masculinity to the fear to the economy. Like it's changed everything for everybody.
how do you feel about social media as far as raising your kids? When you gonna let
I
them?
don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like
when you gonna let them? When do you feel like you're gonna? At what age is a good age for them?
I have a
everyone-
13-year-old and I have a 10-year-old.
Okay, that 13-year-old is probably asking you like,
Always, oh, Dad, why are you so strict? No, listen, if I didn't have a business on social media, I wouldn't be on this shit neither.
yeah,
Me as a grown-ass man, as much as as discipline and as much self-control as I have, I still catch myself scrolling for 20 fucking 30 minutes.
oh, it's a drug.
I snap myself out of it. I'm not the
Yeah.
motherfucker who screen sucks for hours at a time.
yeah,
But I have to snap myself out of it. It's like the fucking thing is stuck to my,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not good for kids. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it. If you're not going in there with a purpose to learn some shit or build some shit,
Yeah, like
Don't
be
do
a
it.
producer, don't be a consumer.
exactly.
So as far as your son goes, are you gonna kind of like, just say it's a hard no, or is it like okay, eventually he's gonna get it, but you're gonna put guidelines and kind of teach him how to? I feel like you gotta just teach your son just about social media. It's got to be a whole lesson in its own, bro. Like don't let this affect your emotions. Don't let it make you
Right.
know what I mean. Like
my kids, my main message to my kids, which I literally say to them every time I see them, is my job as your father is to make you as dangerous as I can, but teach you how to control it.
exactly.
Dangerous
Awesome, Jordan.
across
That's
the
Jordan. That's a
board.
Jordan Peterson quote. I like that.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
on the voluntary.
He's
he
like,
said
yeah,
some
like
shit
a
that.
harmless man is not good for society.
Right.
You want a real dangerous man that can
Right.
control.
Right. But he's
Yeah.
like, I don't think Jordan Peterson can say that like and really match it.
Yeah.
He's like an old dude, right?
Yeah. But no, but he said that exact quote that you said.
He's like a martial artist or some shit.
No. He's just.
Oh, he just said some shit.
Yeah, he
Sounds
said
good.
that. He said that. He's like,
I like him, but I don't know what he like. What's his actual background?
yeah, no, he's a Canadian teacher, bro. He's a
okay.
professor.
Okay.
But
Well, he's really good at what he says, but
Yeah.
like I want you to personify this shit, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm going to teach my kids to be dangerous physically, mentally, financially, emotionally, but just control it.
yeah, but be stoic enough to and to have enough emotional intelligence to know when to use the danger
And they've
when,
seen it.
yeah,
You know, they've seen it. They were right there when everything happened with all my breakups. And they're like, Dad, you're gonna skip a fucking beat. Mind you, my son's 13, going through his, little breakups, and it's helped him. Like he knows I've been with this woman for, my BM for 9 years, and then my last relationship for 5 years. And he's like, Dad, you didn't like skip a fucking beat. And he asks me sometimes, like, do you have a heart? I'm like, Papi, I do. I just have too much shit hanging over my
you
head.
got shit to do.
Like I have a retired mom.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I got 2 kids I can't fucking bow down like a bitch to. You know what I'm saying? I gotta show you how to show up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to that fuck your feelings, but at the end of the day, it goes back to being a fucking man.
yeah,
Being a man. I'm not saying that I don't go through shit every day that don't fucking hurt me.
right,
Like I'm putting out big fires every day. Like
Right.
there's things that I go through, I choke up. I'm like, I can't breathe for a second.
Yeah.
Then I get back into it.
right,
You know what I'm saying? But that trains me.
Right.
That just gets me stronger.
right,
So I kind of lean into it. I like discomfort.
Yeah.
I like the hard shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But that's my goal with my kids. But I beat the shit out of them. Like fucking around. You know what I'm saying? I never hit them.
yeah.
But we go
rough
at
play,
it.
rough play.
We
yeah,
go at
yeah.
it like hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's cool, man. You have a kid, man.
What's your as far as spirituality goes, man? What is your?
I grew up in a Christian home. My mom's big in Christianity. It did help a lot for me to kind of like learn mental control, but I don't believe in nothing besides the mind and the soul.
Yeah.
I feel like God lives in us. I feel
Yeah.
like we have a higher power within ourselves, each
Right.
one of us. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
I feel like I created, like, you can create your God, right? What you want him to be, and what I created my God to be is like that football coach, or like that hard dad, because my dad was never hard on me. So when I'm like, if I don't want to go to the gym, I'm like, damn, God is gonna frown upon me if I don't do what I'm, you know what I'm saying? And if I do something that I know I don't want to do, but I do it, then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make him proud. You get me? So I
But
made the God in my,
But God as like from a religion standpoint, or
just God, and God is someone that
Are
I
you
fear.
religious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm spirit. Like my mom is super Christian, like your
Right,
mom's super
right.
Christian. But I mean, if I'm talking about religion, I guess I like things from different religions. I make it like a sancocho of every religion. I like things from Islam, things from Christianity, things from
I
Buddhism.
read every Bible.
Yeah,
I respect every
you know what I'm
religion,
saying?
yeah.
But I feel like God, you have to create a figure that you could put your faith into because you're not going to get the answers to everything. So sometimes you're just going to have faith and breathe easy. And then sometimes, you're going to have that voice telling, he's like the football coach. That God I created is like the football, get off your ass, do da. You know, that's my God. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Like, and, so.
That's that alter ego that you painted him as.
Yeah. That's just,
Because you know that's in you.
yeah.
That's essentially your higher conscious.
Yeah.
You have a lower conscious, you have a higher conscious. Whatever you want to call your higher conscious.
Right.
Whether it's your God,
Right.
whether it's the guy with the long hair,
Right.
whether it's the universe,
Right.
or whether it's karma,
Right.
good karma.
Right.
Then you got your lower conscious,
Right.
which is the devil, whatever you want to call that.
Right.
You operate from both.
Right.
Lower conscious, most people operate this from a subconscious place.
Right.
Most people operate from their lower conscious subconsciously, meaning that's their go-to. What's easier? What's safer? That's how humans' minds are wired. It's a part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex. You can
Right,
Google it. You know, that's where like all your spiritual experiences are linked to and all that. Then you got your higher conscious. You know, and I used to operate from my lower conscious. Everything was violence, drug, power, money. You know, that was the wrong thing to do. Have you ever read that book, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill?
No.
Powerful. You got to.
No.
As a matter of fact, hear it on YouTube.
Okay.
It's an audio that he has on there. He speaks about that. Like you have your lower, you have your higher. And you got the people who drift and you got the people who are just free thinkers. At the end of the day, it's just like Tony Robbins, all these self-development gurus, the only thing that they did was study the brain. The mind is fucking powerful, bro. Like powerful
that's
as
real.
fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I challenge myself a lot. You know, I think very, very deep into why did I react this way? Why do I feel this way? It's all in the mind, you know? And you got 3 levels of defense. You got the body, you got the mind, and you got the spirit. And the only time you can ever get to the spirit is when your first 2 level of defenses not fail you, but they're like deprived and fatigued. And there's sometimes I take myself there.
Give me an example. Give me like...
I will deprive myself of sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'll fast for a week straight. Like you're depriving yourself physically.
Right.
Mentally, you're pretty fucking drained because you don't got no nutrients to operate from. You're deprived. You got insomnia now.
Right.
Your only level of defense that's keeping you going is your spirit. Your soul and your spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you could read this in all the books of life, right? From any religion, it speaks about this. This man that walked across the land for 30 days and he starved. That's when you really tap into that side of yourself.
Yeah.
So I used to do that. I used to be like very hard on that aspect. But that's how I see it, man. Like you got those three levels of defense: body, mind, and soul. So many people don't even have the first level defense solidified.
Yeah, they don't even have a strong enough mind. Yeah, or the mind. Even.
Yeah, forget about the mind. Like if you can never have a strong mind and a frail body.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says about, I'm mentally strong.
Yeah.
Bro, you're fucking 100 pounds overweight. There's nothing mentally strong about you. You can't control the shit that goes in your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
You're mentally numb.
Yeah.
You've been through some shit.
Yeah.
You can withhold some fucking financial issues or
I agree with that.
issues.
You can't have a strong mind if your body is not strong.
You can't. And then there's a lot of people who will just skip the first 2 and go straight to the soul and spirit, the religion.
Ooh. So they'll have a fucked up body. They'll have a fucked up mind.
Weak mind. And then they're crutching on religion.
Or spirituality.
And you can grow there. Don't get me wrong. You can have somewhat of like, not a sturdy foundation, but you can have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
But once that crashes, once you get triggered, the people who lean real deep into that, they're going to the Bible studies, they're around all the people. You come back into this world and you go around that person that fucked you up in the first place or left you or cheated on you or, fucked you over in business. You ain't got nothing to fall back on. Your mind is weak, right? Your body is you're incapable. You ain't got shit to fall back on.
That's real.
It's those 3 levels, and going back to what we're speaking about, like the exercise teaches you so much shit beyond just some muscles.
Yeah.
I use this philosophy within my clients where I'm like, if you're at the end of a set and you know you have 5 reps left in you and you give up before you get to those 5 sets, that's an indication that your mind is weaker than your body. Because your mind is telling your body, give up.
Exactly.
But physically, you can keep fucking going.
Right.
You have a weak mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of challenge myself to that. You see me posting videos of me fucking, squatting or benching or like some heavy ass shit. That's me.
Yeah.
I will put myself in a predicament where I'm like, Eddie, if you don't finish this last rep, you're fucking, I say some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Your fucking mom's gonna get hit by a car or some shit. And I would take that myself there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
to
saying?
get it done.
Mentally, I break through some shit. I will have a mental breakthrough right there.
People don't realize like how much the body can
saying?
bend like past what the mind tells it to do. Like Navy SEALs do some wild shit,
Exactly.
bro.
Monks, like these are people that know how to take
That they bend their
there.
body to the brink, and then motherfuckers when they bend it just a little, they're like, stop. As far as so we're here at the gym workout.
Let's talk about some controversial shit. Fuck that. Let's get these people what they want.
I mean, I was gonna get into the shits, Eddie, but I didn't want to, get too. I didn't want to sound chatty patty like we're at the fucking.
that controversial shit is for the bird. Let's talk about some other shit. The
Real quick,
in Miami.
Let's get this out the way real quick. Just gym routine, gym regimen, diet, supplements, whatever else you do. You know what I mean? What's your gym routine look like right now? I see, bro. You go to like 7 different gyms, bro.
Yeah.
You have like 7 different memberships.
My club.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like my little club, my little lounge, my happy hour.
I see you at Boxer. You go to Boxer like what? Like once a week?
I haven't gone to Boxer in a minute.
Yeah.
I just went there, I think like 2 days ago. It's been a month. I go to Boxer, UFC. I got a gym membership at Powerhouse, and I got like a 24-hour fit
Okay. Yeah.
by my house, which is just convenient. That's my fucking
First, real quick, working out when you wake up or more in the evening? What works best
in
for
the
you?
afternoon.
So kind of in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reward myself for the workout.
Okay.
There was a point where I was waking up at 2, 3 in the morning. First thing I did was working out. If you are not fit, that's the first thing you should prioritize.
Yeah. So your mental, so when you wake up, is it more you get the mental work done, then you go to the gym?
Mental work, literally 10 minutes. I will go outside to my balcony. I got a little pull up and dip setup bar. I will do some physical shit just to get my body going, and then straight to work. I go and I dive into my business.
So what I'm asking is when are you the most mentally sharpest and the most physically sharpest, aka going to the gym? So you're physically sharpest in the afternoon is when you go to the gym, and you're the most mentally sharpest one in the morning?
In the morning and late at night.
Okay. Got you.
I'm mentally sharp really throughout the day.
Got you.
Yeah, it's almost midnight over here in Miami. We filming this podcast.
Yeah,
so
it's real, bro. I'm a vampire. My schedule's different, bro. How many days a week at the gym?
6.
6, bro. Yeah. Are you all lifting? You doing cardio or what?
Nah, all lifting.
Okay.
I'll switch it up every once in a while. I'll do like a week a hit or some shit, but I like banging heavy iron.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Okay. And you're doing, how you breaking that up? Are you doing what, legs twice a week?
I do lower, upper. 6 days a week, 3.
Oh, so you're hitting each muscle group 3 times?
Nah, because I do quads, for example, quads, back, hamstrings, chest, quads again, and probably shoulders.
Okay.
So I split legs.
So each muscle group twice then a week? How many?
Some I do twice. I do chest. Bro, I honestly don't even do chest that much. I probably substitute chest. So like even back, I will split up. I do back, I do lats, straight lats, and then I'll do back musculature.
Okay.
I'm really geeky when it comes to the like my workouts and shit. You know, I have some dope ass programs for my clients.
I'm always trying new shit. I think that's the key, is just to experiment with new shit, you know?
Yeah, so it's lower, upper. So if you do, for example, lower on Monday, which is quads, then I do upper, back, lower hamstrings on Wednesday, upper on Thursday. I'm giving my quads enough rest in between to hit it again, because if I'm doing quads on Monday and hamstrings on Wednesday, you're not interfering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm doing quads on Monday and then quads on Friday,
you're good. You got 2 days to rest. I mean,
it's a good break, like what they call it, bro splits. It's very effective.
Okay. Yeah. And then as far as diet goes, what's that look like for you? Are you counting your protein? Are you
intuitively? Yeah.
What the fuck, Siri?
I used to obviously log all my shit, pen and pad. When I was in prison, but now
damn, you would count protein in prison?
Protein, carbs, everything.
Can you get like 200 grams in prison?
Bro, very hard, but I did it.
I feel like it's hard to do in when you're free.
Yeah. I was in the feds. Okay. So you live good in there.
Oh, really?
Get yourself a nice kitchen connect. They'll bring you slabs of fucking chicken and meat and turkey and all that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my vegetable plug, my protein plug. I learned how to do all that shit on the pen and pad.
Yeah.
I got an app now.
Yeah.
Where you can fucking literally scan the back of
bro, they just put me onto this app yesterday, bro. This shit is crazy. My boy just did
too simple.
That's crazy. So how much protein you eat a day?
I aim for 220 to
how
like 250.
The fuck do you do that, Eddie?
One in the morning. Just in the morning alone, I'm probably consuming 60 to 75 grams of protein.
What's your morning? How many eggs?
Slabs of fucking meat.
So you're on the red meat in the morning, steak and eggs type shit?
I eat red meat like 2-3 times a day.
Bro, I'm about to be on that, Eddie. Yeah. I'm about to be on that, bro.
Best thing you can have, bro.
I'm about to be on that, bro.
All I eat is red meat and fish. No turkey, no chicken.
No chicken.
Nah.
Okay.
For the simple fact, because chicken and turkey, it's very good when you're losing weight. It's low in fat, high in protein, but also low in nutrients. I've gotten to a place where I'm healthy as fuck. I'm focused on nutrients.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So you have calories, macronutrients, and micronutrients.
Right.
Micronutrients people avoid.
Right.
People think, because I can lose this weight on a McDonald's diet. It's not the same thing if you're losing weight on high micronutrient foods.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when you go and get your panels done and you're fucking deficient in everything.
Yeah.
I'm very big on that.
Yeah.
That all adds to your performance.
It's crazy you say that, because
clarity.
I was literally about to start upping my red meat intake.
It's the best thing you can have.
3 times a day.
2-3 times a day.
Okay, so just from the red meat alone, you're getting probably getting 150 just from the red meat, and then you can easily fill it in with eggs,
tuna, salmon. I eat a lot of smoked salmon. Okay. I buy them little packs of smoked salmon.
I'm on the Greek yogurt, the granola.
I do the Greek yogurt at night.
Okay. Any supplement, creatine?
I have my own supplement line. I just dropped a supplement line. Supplement line.
What's your
I gotta give you some of that shit, man. Really good.
Thank you. I'll promote that shit,
dope
bro.
Shit.
What's your thoughts on TRT?
Bro, I just started taking the peptide.
Really?
For the first time.
I'm thinking about doing the TRT, bro. I'm getting close to it. because I work at night, bro. So my T is not as high as I want it to be. My hormones are a little disrupted.
That's when you should look into that.
I've been to the doctor 3 times tracking my T. I'm trying to do
levels
that
at right now,
bro. I went 3 times to the doctor in the past.
This could be off camera, but like
2 years, bro. The first time it showed up at 280.
Oh yeah, you definitely got it.
The second time it showed up at 480, and then the third time it showed up at like 310. Yeah. Low, bro, low. But I don't have symptoms, bro. Like I don't have. I have maybe I have a little lower energy than I want, but like sexually, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I don't have issues there. But yeah, I do feel like my energy is just not. I want to feel like I'm 25. They say, bro, you do that shit, you'll feel like you're.
It does. But the thing that I'm worried about is that
the fertility.
Once you get on that, you gotta stay on it
for life.
Because once you get off of it, it's like a big down.
I feel like you're dying. Right. I heard.
Right. I'm not too educated on that. I just started taking the peptide. It didn't do me any good, so I got off of it.
So you've never fucked with the TRT?
I've never taken testosterone, HGH, none of that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, shit was embarrassing, bro. My fucking 65-year-old dad had higher T than me.
My levels are 700-800. So I'm still kind of good. But when you take TRT, you go to like the 2000s.
Yeah. Well, no, it depends, bro. It depends on the dose. So once you're taking 2, now that's steroids. Now you're wilding out. But if you just take a quick 2, it's a small dose. That shit'll put you from 300 to 700-800. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's higher.
No. I mean, but they'll just taper you down.
If you go too high, they'll taper. Go where you want to go.
I just want to be in normal range on the high end.
Right.
I don't want to go out of physiological range.
Right.
But
yeah. No, that's important though. Like if you're that low in this effect, because it can affect your sleep, affect your performance, not just in bed, but like performance on the daily.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I sleep good. I go to get my workouts in. Like the only thing is just that I just want to feel like I'm 25 again. Like I just feel my age a little low. That's it.
That's just something you're gonna have to take forever though. Once you get on it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna wait till I have kids, bro. Yeah. I'm 35, so once maybe I'll do that when I hit 40.
And it does have side effects, like you start going bald.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that shit. You fucking with creatine or no?
I do.
Yeah. How many grams a day?
10.
Okay, I'm at 5.
Creatine is good.
Yeah, it's good for your mind, bro.
A lot of cognitive benefits. Yeah, it has a lot of benefits to it. I put on fucking 14 pounds in 2.5 months on my creatine.
Wow. You're at 10. I might up it to 10 grams a day too.
Yeah, you could. If you've been taking it for like longer than 4 to 6 weeks, you can.
And you take it 7 days a week?
Nah, 6. The 6
okay,
days
just when you work out. Okay.
Yeah, creatine's really good.
Yeah.
I got creatine, collagen, electrolytes, glutamine, protein powder. I got another one. I got 6 of them.
And you doing like a vitamin a daily?
Pre-workout.
Okay, you're doing a multivitamin a day?
I don't take no vitamins.
Okay.
I would normally go on like a quick vitamin cycle, like D3 or magnesium.
Yeah.
But right now, all I'm taking is my supplements.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You heard that. All of my gym bros out there, you got the recipe,
Yeah, no, everything for me is just straight holistic, simple shit. Lift heavy fucking weight, eat a lot of meat, have good sex, have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Because sex also helps with fucking health. Like you have good sex and you have like a constant routine around that.
The morning sex like coffee, bro. That starts your day. That gets your blood going for the whole day, bro.
And you wanna step it up a notch, supplements. If you gotta do, anything through like a clinic
pharmacology,
or whatnot, don't do anything under the table because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here.
Crazy out here, bro.
Shit.
Yeah. It's just wild out here. Shit, some controversial shit, bro.
Let's talk about some controversial shit.
Well, what's on your mind? Well, what do you want to vent about?
Let's talk about the men out here faking the funk. Let's talk about these women. Let's talk about the Miami scene for a little.
The Miami scene, bro.
For anyone that's watching that ain't from Miami, let's paint them a picture.
I'm done with Miami girls, bro. I got a beautiful woman from Dominican Republic. I'm in love, Eddie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, she came from DR?
Yeah, she's from DR, bro. I'm in love, bro.
I was just out there last weekend, 2 weekends ago.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
What was that resort? It was in Balo. I forgot. Dope ass resort.
Yeah.
And I just stayed in the resort this time around.
Fire.
Yeah. And I like DR, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm done with the Miami girls, bro. So
I'm gonna tell you right now, all my relationships have started here in Miami. I've had good luck with relationships. One of my uncles, rest in peace, he taught me a very valuable lesson when I was very young. Bro. I was 13 years old, right? I'm at a trap here in Hialeah, and this fucking beast of an Amazonic woman walks in the house. I'm like, holy shit. Mind you, I'm dating his niece at the time.
Amazonic
My OG.
woman?
Bro, like
she was
6'3", fucking curved up. Mind you,
Yeah.
this was in early 2000s, 2002, 2003. Like back then, plastic surgery wasn't even a thing, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like a big thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like locked in. And my uncle sees this shit. He's looking at me, he's like, and I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker saw me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like 13 years old, bro, in the trap. He was the head of a very notorious organization. I'm not gonna say it on here, but it was like a lot of shit going on in the house. And this chick walks in and I see her. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Holy shit. And they're talking over there in the corner and I'm still looking. I'm 13. I'm curious as fuck. And my uncle walks up on me. He's like, Eddie, you like what you see over there? I'm like, I'm like shy at that. I'm like, no, man, I'm not. He's like, no, I saw you looking. Like, you like what you see? I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker's about to beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? And then he looks over there and he tells the girl, hey, you think you'll date my nephew when he gets a little older? And the girl's like, man, he turns 18. I don't know. Tell him to holler at me. I'm 13 years old, bro. I'm starting to get like a little nervous. I'm blushing and shit. I'm like, oh shit, the fuck is going on here? And he goes back to the corner and he grabs the chick by her fucking hair. And he's like, if you ever come near my fucking nephew, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with like, Kako, relax. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do all that. And he kicks her out. Like, he ain't here or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, why you do that shit? Like, he has a family. I've never seen the side of him. And he kicks her out the house. He comes up to me and says, you know what that bitch does for a living? And he doesn't talk like this, but like the guy was, mind you, he's the leader of a very notorious crime organization. Like he carried himself with a lot of respect. And this motherfucker's like mad. I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to die in this house or some shit. He's like, you know what this bitch does for a living? I'm like, what? What's going on? And I see like the other guys and the bad guy. He's gonna be one of them. And he's like, this woman has full-blown AIDS. All right. She drugs people, steals your shit, brings them to me. She emptied out a bag of like gold chain and rings and Rolexes and shit. And my uncle paid him. So basically my uncle protects her. In case if she ever runs into the wrong motherfucker one night, he and him, my people, were gonna go protect.
This is like 90s in Hialeah.
This was early 2000s.
Okay.
And he's like, this bitch is on the death wish. Like, she's about to die any day. And the only thing she does is, drug motherfuckers, fucks them, gives them the shit, and robs them. Like that's like as evil as a woman can get. That never left me. Never left me. Ever since then, I've always been very picky with the woman. I have 2 kids.
Oh, like you're scared of like random women.
It's not like I'm scared. That just opened up my mind to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've been fortunate enough because of that lesson to have had great women in my life. Like the 2 mothers of my kids, great women. You know what I'm saying? That was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
I think if I would have not gone through that and seen that, living in Miami, on the scene, I'm a former gang member. I'm a former gang leader.
Yeah.
I would have been fucking all over the place.
Yeah.
But that changed it for me. So a lot of this talk that goes around, like, like, sure, you've had your experiences where you're like, I'm done with Miami. Bro, I've met most of the women I'm with. I've been with in Miami. I've met some really good women in Miami. The woman that I'm with right now, I'm like,
it's not, know what it is, Eddie? It's not the women that I've dealt with in Miami. It's the things I've seen women do.
I've seen a lot
to other men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is crazy, you know? But
I think it's more of what you're reflecting that you're gonna attract.
That's real. Because a lot of men are marks, bro. A lot of men are just ducks and they're gonna...
Men want a good woman and they're out there giving charity dick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need a woman that's lower. Like, motherfucker, you look at everything that passes by you.
Yeah.
Anything that got a pussy between your legs, you're turning your fucking head. You don't attract a good woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine going from one relationship to the next so soon apart. It's because I only attracted that.
Yeah.
Bro, I put out that post of me and my ex breaking up and I had women in my DM like sharks.
That's bro. Isn't
like
it crazy
sharks.
how like when you're in a relationship, women like they attack you, bro. Like women that never wanted you before, as soon as you're in a relationship, they want you.
Whoa, to me it was the contrary. It was when we broke up.
Oh, the women were invested in her and were trying to get her back? Like
No. When I put a post up that I was single, women were like on me. You know,
Right,
like,
that's what I'm saying. When they see you in a relationship, they attack you. But then when you're single, it's like you were with someone of high caliber already. So they're like, what is it about him? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And bro, I'm gonna be honest. I almost gave in. I'm a man, bro. At the end of the day, I'm a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have a high fucking sex drive.
Yeah.
Fucking high testosterone, and I held back. I
Yeah.
held back. There's Saturday nights that I was like, fuck, I just want to go out. Mind you, I live in a 5-bedroom house in the Rao.
Yeah.
Mansion, beautiful fucking house.
Yeah.
You know, 10 years ago, I would have had that house full of women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just like the mentality shift of just thinking, okay, am I going to seek temporary pleasure or am I out for something long term?
Yeah.
And again, even though it's a very short time, a lot happened in that very short time.
Yeah.
Like a lot happened.
I feel like men have to go through that though. Men have to live that men have to get a lot of women to realize that it's empty, and then you do want the good woman. You want the one woman that's going to be there for you. But a lot of men never can arrive at the point where they have a lot of women to get that realization. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think it has a lot to do with alignment too. You know what I'm saying? If you're growing something of substance, you don't want a distraction.
Yeah.
Like you don't want a trophy wife. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a woman around you that has like fucking either, baggage or fucking things that are not really like, it doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't even matter how established you are. Whatever you could bring to the table, bring your best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love Miami, bro. Miami will always be home.
I will never live anywhere else outside of Miami. I would live? Nah.
If I didn't have my kids, I would have been gone, if I'm being honest.
Where would you have gone to?
Fuck, I like Hawaii.
I don't think
travel
maybe world. Traveling, but like live wise, Miami, because it's a melting pot of Caribbean culture. Every time I go to the West Coast, I miss that Caribbean flair, bro. When I go to the West Coast,
I love the West Coast too.
I hate that. I love the way it looks. But I hate the makeup of the people. It's just white, black, Mexican, and Asian. I need that Caribbean. I'm an East Coast guy.
You ain't gonna find that nowhere else.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I love it here, in Miami. It's just Miami has many sides to it. It's not two sides, you know what I'm saying? It has many sides to it. You got the crew over here that is just putting out everything that's not real and people are following along with it. You have the very few who move with morals. You know what I'm saying? You got the ones that are just like, fuck, like just make us look bad.
Yeah.
When you think of Miami, right? If you're not from Miami, what do you think of? Women who are super curvaceous, cutthroat motherfuckers, the flashy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't like this shit. Like, I just bought this. I could have bought this a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
It's marketing to me. It screams Miami.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of like, I had to hold myself back because I was about to go all in. I was about to pull out a fucking double R. And
damn.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just not, I guess coming from my background of not liking the attention. Obviously, it was from the other people, the police or whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's just the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you live and still like represent the culture, but not lose yourself in it? And that's Miami's tempting as fuck. You could come here. An artist can come here, record an album. It'll either be inspiring and they'll come out with the best album of their life, or they'll become a cokehead. Exactly. You understand? Like you could literally it'll decide your life for you, bro. It amplifies your whatever you're addicted to. You're gonna find out whatever you're addicted to. You're gonna find out real quick living here. You know what I'm saying? Could lose yourself completely down here. I agree, and I did. I'm a victim, so I'm sure you have been too.
Yeah, close.
But I think that's what it comes down to. Like, if you're gonna come to Miami, what is it that like what paradigm do you want to live in? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to be that person who just loses himself to the superficial shit?
You gotta, before you move here, you gotta really think, like, self-reflect and be like, are you comfortable in your own skin? Are you comfortable the way you are? Because if you're not, you're gonna get pulled in a direction that it's you trying to be validated. And that's a very dangerous, because it could be all types of shit here.
How many people have you met that you knew for like 2 or 3 years, or you probably saw on the scene, that came from Cuba, right? Or just came from somewhere in small town in central fucking United States,
Orlando
somewhere.
Or some shit. Yeah,
right. They come here, and like over the years, you see them getting darker, and they just become like just a blank soul.
Yeah.
I've seen such innocent, like working on the gym scene, right?
Yeah.
I used to work at Legacy Fit in the Route. And I saw so many people who were just like so fucking innocent, were just coming to Miami, Venezuelans, Hondurans, and bro, like 2 years later, they're like influencers. They're on what's this people's name? They're probably gonna see this and say some shit. Miami, have you seen the Miami Vice lifestyle shit? It's like a group of like Cubans or some shit. They have a bunch of women and shit. They
live on Thursday and they did Santo.
Bro, I knew a few of those girls who were on like in that little group
really?
when they got here and were like pure souls.
Innocent, yeah.
Bro,
now they got a OnlyFans making
blanked out.
Yeah.
Hey, look, and I respect the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you gotta do to get by, just don't lose yourself in it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens to people here in Miami. It's not an easy thing to do. Like that self-control shit is not easy.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be the relationship, whether it be the nightlife. But Miami's a motherfucker, man.
It's growing though, bro. It's still a baby.
Yeah.
It's still a baby.
Yeah.
You see all these cranes out here, bro. This shit is gonna be you know.
Weren't you supposed to be like moving to another spot or something?
I was going to, but I renewed my lease, bro, because I wanted to buy a crib and I didn't like where the market looked. I still don't like the way the market looks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna stack up more and probably wait another year and see. Wait till after the election for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like
that buying process is a mission, man.
Yeah.
I renewed my lease. I paid fucking almost $100,000 a year to live in the fucking place I live. But I think the headache of not having to go and look and help. I tried to buy a house in 2021. 4 months looking, no luck.
Me too. I was
lost
like
a lot of money and just, you know, like because I was
time
going back
and
that time really. I said, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna just stay here and not go on that mission. You know
there are benefits to renting, bro. You know, like I'm just trying to flip this bread, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like I know real estate is every millionaire, you know, they have real estate. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how all of them will tell you that's their main way to flip money and to exponentially, you know, grow your bank account. But I don't think it's going to be the same for our generation like it was for our parents' generation and shit. They bought a crib in the 90s for $100,000 in Hialeah. Now this shit is worth $800,000. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to be that type of...
Real estate is something that you invest into when you don't want to put money in the bank. Like real estate is your bank.
Right.
Because real estate appreciates.
Right.
Your money in the bank is worthless.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where it's at.
And you could borrow against it and shit. So yeah.
Exactly. Refinance, pull out money, flip it again. But if you have money that's constantly cycling and is making you more than just, you know, that little return of whatever it is that you make from the rent, from real estate, it's not worth it.
Exactly. Like, if you're getting bigger gains from a different flip, then why put it in real estate? Because now you got to do all that work to own a house.
Exactly. But when you stack up enough cash where it's okay, I want to cycle all this, put in real estate.
Yeah.
A question asked on one of my story poll the other day, and the chick was like, "I'm tired of being the man in my relationship. How can I talk to my boyfriend about it?" I'm like, if you're the man in your relationship,
you're done already.
Yeah.
There's no conversation.
The dynamic's fucked up.
Yeah, because you can't convince a man who's passive to be.
You can't. If you stepped too far into that masculinity, you're not going to be able to step back into your femininity in that relationship. It's going to have to be separate.
Yeah.
Same thing happened like with my woman now. She was the masculine one. She emasculated every man she was with before me.
Yeah.
And she stepped into this one and she's like, holy shit.
I feel like I could be a woman and
lacking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's not something that can be salvaged in a relationship where that's the dynamic.
It's like a natural thing. It's like a natural thing.
You're gonna have to work on that either separately and then come back together. But if a man is not masculine enough to be able to exert that on a woman, she's gonna overpower the fuck out of you and she's gonna emasculate you, and the man's gonna not want to work on himself or work out. None of that shit.
I agree with you. I think though, in a relationship, if the woman is masculine, the man could feminize her, the right man. But I don't think it's the opposite. I don't think that if the man is the one that's feminine, you can't masculinize him in the relationship. You get me? So it could work one way, but it can't work the other way. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you know there's women out there that like to wear the pants in their relationship. I know many women who like to talk down on their man.
That's dangerous, bro, because they're looking
but there's men that fall into that. There's men that will fall into that position and they'll own it. You know, they'll become the house husband.
Yeah.
And the woman's out there, you know, busting her ass. I will never fucking see how that can be healthy.
And what would
like who fucks who?
I was gonna say, what does the sex look like?
Right? Like does a girl like, you know, does a guy have to like grow out his hair and he get like how does that work? You know what I'm saying? How do you expect to be a house husband? You're not a provider. Yeah, you can probably protect because physically a man has more power. But like how does the yin and the yang happen during sex?
Yeah. Yeah. So do you
there's-
think it's safe to say like you could look at the dynamic of a relationship and kind of see how the sex is?
I
And kind of
can.
get it's like a preview into how the sex is?
Listen, there's times like I'll walk into a restaurant, right? And obviously both of us are in good shape. You guys, great looking couple. And there's that couple in the corner who's out of shape, right? You walked in, they were laughing. You walk in now, before you walked in, they were laughing. You walk in now, and now they're whispering.
Yeah.
That alone is so fucking self-sabotaging to a relationship where I think the man itself in the relationship emasculates. There's so much that comes from a man being like gritty, like getting out there, working on himself, getting his fucking hands dirty.
Because you could see it on him.
There's no way that
can't lie.
There's no way that a man that doesn't have like a physically demanding job, doesn't work out, doesn't fix shit around the house, can be masculine. You are you have self-emasculated. You might not have even gotten emasculated by the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do see that a lot in relationships where like a woman would talk down on the man in public or in front of people. I'm like, holy shit. You are definitely getting fucked.
Yeah.
Like your woman has a closet or a drawer full of strap-ons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You are taking it in the ass. You like that tickled shit. You like all that weird shit that goes on. I
Yeah.
don't see it. I just don't see it working. You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine how many women deal with this. I work with a lot of women.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes that my clients will, kind of get a little, overboard with the whole disrespect to them. I'm like, look, I'm not here for that. I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a very common trend amongst men.
Yeah. Let's talk about some questions. Some women would say that some men are too controlling though. So what's the difference between a man who's masculine and takes care of things but is not like controlling either? You know what I'm saying?
I think a man who is really masculine through his actions doesn't need to control. Like that's the control enough.
Right.
A woman who respects a very masculine man doesn't have to be
we'll see his
controlled.
example.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be controlled, right? You express that through your actions, through your character, to the way you carry yourself.
Okay, so random scenario. If your girl wants to go to a girls' night, is there any issues? Is there any problem?
I never have an issue.
Yeah, yo tampoco. Okay, so let's see. Maybe a girl is wearing something a little too crazy and you want her to change. Have you ever had an issue with that? Is there something?
I've never been that type of nigga.
I'm trying to think of a way that would like you've had to tell your girl and like lay the law. Like not lay the law, but like kind of assert your masculinity.
I mean, I think at the beginning, especially again, if you're coming into a relationship where a woman didn't have that, there's areas you have to check them in.
Yeah.
Hey, like, I'm not that man. You know all that word bitch is throwing around, very common. I've never been with like super ratchet chick, but like people use the word bitch. Like, oh bitch.
Oh, I'm not with the calling out of your name.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
But like if you come into a relationship and the man is saying that or the woman is saying that and they don't check that, that's your way in to emasculate a man.
Yeah.
And I've seen that. I've seen women talk to men.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't talk to me like that. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
yeah. So Eddie, let me ask you a question. Are you doing, as far as roles go, are you a cook? Are you cooking? You doing dishes? Are you like what do you role wise, right? If you're paying for things, what do you expect the woman to do in return? Or do you just get the cleaning lady once a month?
In general, right? I can speak from my own experience. I can speak in general. Yeah, we have a cleaning lady. I feel like a man and a woman should both play majority roles, but men and women should play minority roles.
Explain that.
So like my majority role is to protect, to provide, right? But if a woman wants to pay for like the little shit, they can pay for the little shit. They can buy stuff around the house, like
do her nails and shit like
little shit. You know what I'm saying? A man can help do some of the women's shit. Like I help my woman right now unpack groceries.
Yeah.
I help my woman
you gotta
fucking
dry some dishes
throw away
or
some of the garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's not happening most of the time. Those are exceptions. So you're mostly paying for things. Sometimes she'll pay for things. And most of the time she's maintaining the crib and sometimes you'll help her maintain it.
Right.
Okay.
Minority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like there's things that I just don't let my woman do.
Right.
I don't let her take a bag up the
trash.
stairs. Or
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, baby, leave that at the stairs. I'm taking it up.
Bro, I will carry, I will carry 15 bags of groceries before I let you carry a bag of groceries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's not what you see too often.
Yeah.
You know, there's times
Yeah.
there's times I'll be out and about and the woman is fucking probably not carrying everything, but she has a little stroller with everything in there.
Yeah.
And the man's on his phone, just like, you know, that alone.
Crazy.
I'm very observant, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
that woman, while that man is on the phone, not carrying any bags, and that woman is carrying a fucking wagon or a thing,
and a kid in there.
she's
in their hand.
and she's looking at the other men that can carry the damn. He could probably carry that
And
shit.
they're fantasizing about that shit. And then their fat ass husband rolls on them in the middle of the night. That's all they're thinking about. That super muscular man who was leaving the
That
elevator.
carried the groceries, and now she can't go to sleep. Now she's waking up, calling her homegirl, talking about, "Yo, yesterday we got something to talk about. Like he didn't carry a grocery bag, but that man over there carried the grocery. You know, like
She was closing her eyes at night thinking about him.
yeah,
Oh, this is me.
that's crazy, bro.
I want him on top of me.
That's
And
crazy.
that shit's real. I don't care what anyone says. Like, if you think as a man, if you got a pair of fucking titties, if you have a belly, you can't even see your dick under, your woman is not enjoying that sex like she could. Like, I have sex like a fucking porn star. I'm not going to settle for nothing less that my woman is going to want to fantasize anywhere else in.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Like, I'm going to give her that experience across
That's
the board.
real.
Whether we're out, I'm going to give you, you know, that feeling that you just feel like a teenager, puppy love. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that in the
Yeah.
fuck. And it's not even the way you look, but because of the way you look, you're going to carry yourself in that way. I'm going to be honest. When
Exactly.
I walked into this house earlier today, you look like a complete different person, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, you look good. Like,
Yeah.
you have a vibrant, like,
I mean, you know, I've always been in the gym and good. You
no,
know,
it's
like,
not that. You have like a different,
Oh, I'm
energy.
in love. I'm in love.
that's what a woman will do
yeah,
to you,
yeah,
though.
that's real.
That's what a
It's
woman
real.
will do to you.
I'm not gonna lie, Eddie. There's some things I'm learning to deal with, bro. Because I've never really lived with a woman before, like you know. And there's something that I don't like, and it's like sometimes I feel like a woman. I don't like being too comfortable. You got food, you got culo whenever you want. It's like sometimes I need to be
resourceful.
I
You
need.
wanna
I
get
don't
out.
want to. I don't want to. It's like almost like woman. Sometimes it's like weed to me. It's like the same effect.
Yeah.
You know. It's that downer. It's like I could be cuddled up with her. Like, you know. Sometimes like I tell her in the morning. I was like, yo, don't hug me right now. Like, yo, I'm listening to fucking Nas right now. I'm trying to get in my month. You know. Like it's like
I'm trying to become a savage over here.
Like
Yeah,
and to get it out here and compete, you got to be a savage. But you around a woman too long, she'll take away that savage from you and make you soft. So there's something that I'm learning to deal with. Like, you know, like
That happens at the beginning of a relationship. When you first get into a relationship, everything is amplified, right? Emotions, feelings, that desire for each other. Then you get to like a phase where you start to get too comfortable. I just went through that. I've been with my woman going on 4 months. I just went through that. And I had to snap myself out of it.
I feel like I'm going through that
Yeah,
phase,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, tell me
I
about
had to
that
stop.
phase, getting too comfortable. Like,
So when you get with a woman,
Yeah.
everything is like you're making more money, you're out there, you know what I'm saying? You look better. You, like I told you,
Right,
you
right.
start to feel and move a little bit different.
Right.
Bro, I walked into the room like, this motherfucker don't grew like 3 inches, bro. I don't remember you being that
Nah,
tall.
I've always been.
That's how I just saw
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
though.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's what a woman would amplify.
Okay, but
Now,
now-
let me get this straight, right? A woman doesn't do that to a man. A woman amplifies that in a
Right.
man. A man has to have that within
Right,
him,
right.
right? But then you get to a place where, like you said, it's like a drug and it could affect you. And then
Yeah.
that's where the whole happy wife body and happy husband body starts to come from. You start to lack in the gym.
Yeah.
You start to slack on business, right? But then I kind of had to get into that because I had that talk with my woman. Like, I need to, you know, sleep in my house a couple nights. I need to
Yeah.
fucking
Like
wake
there
up
are
earlier.
benefits to living separate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There are. It's always going to be a pros. You're always going to have pros and cons. As
Yeah.
long as the pros outweigh the con. But once
Yeah.
they start to like match a little bit, that's when you have to
yeah.
kind of shuffle some things around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think, okay, you were talking about the bedroom. Do you think you could teach good sex?
Teach good sex to
Yeah.
your partner.
Yeah.
I think you can. I mean, you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should be able to.
Do you think there's things about sex that can't be taught and there's things about sex that can be taught? Like,
I think if whether it be the woman or the man comes into a relationship and you give that counterpart sex they've never had, they're gonna have to keep up.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
gonna have to keep up.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
be doing crazy shit, bro.
Yeah.
I be throwing my woman 10 feet in the air. And
Yeah.
outside with it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like some shit that they never been through,
Yeah.
but they keep up.
You got to make it an experience.
Right. And they
Yeah.
keep up.
Yeah, yeah.
And they and I'm sure I got that from
Yeah.
not gonna
Certain
give
women.
credit to other women,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I've got that through my sex life.
Right, right.
Too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Nah.
Okay.
I come, mind you, again, I don't drink, I don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? My high is my kids, my high is sex, my high is money, my high. These are all things that amplify.
Right.
And I feel like none of that should be something you should crutch on ever.
Right.
You know, as a man or a woman, you need to have that within. You need to find that shit within. Like happiness is an inside job. It's a personal job. I
Right.
made a video about that the other day. Like, don't think the Rolex, the car, the house, the woman, the money, the power amplifies that. I mean, excuse me. That doesn't make it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It should just amplify it.
Right.
So if you don't have any of those things to crutch on, you're gonna find that within more. So when you were single, you were a savage. You're out there, you're making shit happen. Now you have something that amplifies that. You kind of let go of what you had to tap into to take yourself there because you have things to amplify that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like a balance that you have to equate. And instead of toning it down, take what you're getting from the relationship, from the money, from all that, and just add to it. I think people, what they do is that they bring that down, and since they stack this, they kind of equal out to where they were before that. If you can take what you had, because like when I was single for 2-3 months right now in between relationships, I was out there, bro.
Savage.
I was fucking out there. I was focused, waking up early as fuck, going 20
That's
hours
always
a day,
been my
doing all
problem.
type of
That's,
shit.
Eddie, that's always been my problem with women, bro. Is that
It's the pros and the cons.
Yeah. Like I'm always when I'm always more of a savage. Like when I'm single. You know what I'm saying?
So how can you? But you've identified.
Yeah,
that.
exactly. This is what I'm trying to learn right now.
You've identified
and it's like I don't know if it's no hugs before 2 p.m. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to figure out like
Let me be a
the
fucking-
process.
yeah.
Like let me just get out the house, go to the gym right
go hunt.
away. No breakfast. You know, because I wake up, bro. She's cooking eggs. Like she's cooking food. I love her for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's something about it. It's just too comfortable, bro. Like you know, it's too. Don't roll your eyes. You know. But
it's definitely a thing though.
Yeah.
That's definitely a thing, especially when you got a good woman. It's like, fuck, why am I so comfortable now? You know what I'm saying, bro? I felt it. I'm telling you, I was just going through that like about 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
3-4 weeks ago, I'm like, fuck, the money was good. Like everything because of me being single and then coming into a relationship, which at the beginning it was fire. And I remember telling my woman, like, Ma, let's keep this spice. Like, let's keep this shit spicy. I like how like fiery this is right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's not let it die out. Because I already knew it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened? We both the economy, the season, because like August was not a good month for both.
Yeah, slow.
July was a
July
very
was
slow month.
bad for me too.
Right. Could be because we're in the same place, or it could be because of the economy.
A little bit of both, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? But we had that conversation. We're like, babe, like I need you to get back to your morning routine. She was very big on her morning routine. Like I need to start waking up, earlier, and I need to fucking deprive myself of sleep. I need to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I operate better. I don't operate better from comfort. I operate better from scarcity. Like I lack something.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I used to wake up every day as much as I had it made, hungry. Like I was broke. I just fucking first day out of prison.
Do you think depriving like how boxers don't have sex for like before the fight? Do you think those are good maybe exercises to implement to like
100%.
force yourself to not have sex to build up that
100%.
aggression? I call it my chi. I'm like I gotta gather my chi, bro.
But I don't think that's healthy at the beginning of a relationship.
No, hell no, not at the beginning. I mean, once you've shown
Eventually.
each other, then once
I think there's other things you can deprive yourself of.
yeah,
Like you could fast.
yeah,
You could fucking wake up early as shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think there's other things you could deprive yourself of from sleep, but I used to do that.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to like get into argument with my last whatever, not just my last, but like prior relationships. Bro, I would go like 2 months without sex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would use it in a way to help me discipline myself
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
No
It's like
porn.
a testosterone boost.
Right? No
it's like
porn.
yeah.
I'm at the gym every day.
It's like
got
steroids.
fucking women all around you.
Yeah.
I need fucking to have control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's just a challenge that every man should be doing. Like, if you're not doing these things that make you uncomfortable, then what the fuck are you doing as a man?
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's where you lose that.
I do
you
weird
know.
shit, bro. Like I park in the back of parking lots just so I could walk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take escalators. I like to take the stairs that's next to the escalators.
Right.
And motherfuckers look at me
I
like
be
I'm
on that.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
I be on
you
that.
do hard shit because then when the hard shit gets when life hits you, it's easier because you're already
You're
used
not
to
caught
doing
off
hard
guard.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I put myself through hell. So when life puts me through hell, then I'm used to it already.
Right,
And
you're in
I'm
there
not
already.
I'm not affected by it. You know what I mean? Like
I use this quote with my clients a lot, like stay in your discomfort zone. That whole fucking get out of your comfort zone. How do you measure that? Like what is getting out of your comfort zone? Then you go back into your comfort zone. Fuck that. Stay in your discomfort zone.
yeah.
Like do uncomfortable shit daily.
yeah.
If there's nothing else that you didn't do that day, you got your workout in, you went hard as fuck and you stuck to your diet. That's a win in itself.
Yeah.
But once you stop going hard at work, once you stop, being intentional in your relationship, once you stop working out, once you stop dieting, you lose all resourcefulness. Like you're not instinctual anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're fucking just deteriorating at home.
That's real, my brother.
bro, we got some good shit.
Plug the social media, let people know where they can follow you.
Eddie Soto Official on all platforms. I got a lot of good shit dropping. That's what I do. A lifestyle coach, business coach.
You said you got the supplements.
I got a supplement line, really good shit.
All right, there it is, Eddie, my brother. I appreciate you pulling up. Let's get a workout in one of these days.
Yeah,
I'll pull up to you. I'll go to Doral or some shit.
We got to.
So there it is, Miami on the Rocks. Bow.
KC Chops, boy.